A compiler is a combination of computer hardware, a program which translates from high-level language to another, a program which translates from one high level to a machine level. None of these. Machine language is a language which directly understood by a computer, which needs to be translated, which uses mnemonics, in which programs are written first. The language that the computer can understand and execute is called machine language, application software, system program, assembly language. Moving process from a main memory to a disk is called scheduling, caching, swapping, spooling. While running DOS on a PC, the command that is used to duplicate the entire diskette. Copy, diskcopy, check disk, type. If data is processed as it arrives, this type of data processing is called real-time processing, batch processing, offline processing, distributed processing. Which of the following is not a programming language? Unix, Lisp, BASIC, Java. The operating system that reads and reacts in terms of actual time is batch system, quick response system, real-time system, time-sharing system. Unix operating system is an blank time-sharing operating system, multi-user operating system, multitasking operating system, all the above. Which file system does DOS typically use? FAT16, FAT32, NTFS, WNFS.
हेलो स्टूडेंट्स, आज के इस वीडियो में हम ट्रिपल सी के कुछ ऐसे एमसीक्यूएस लेकर आए हैं जो आपकी तैयारी को और बेहतर बनाएंगे। ये सारे सवाल एंकी डेक फॉर्मेट में उपलब्ध हैं ताकि आप बार बार तेजी से रिवाइज कर सकें। अगर आप पहली बार ये वीडियो देख रहे हैं और एंकी एप्लीकेशन के बारे में जानना चाहते हैं तो डिस्क्रिप्शन जरूर पढ़ें, वहां आपको पूरी जानकारी मिलेगी। अगर आपको ये क्वेश्चन सेट पसंद आता है और आप इसे खरीदना चाहते हैं तो हमें टेलीग्राम चैनल 8xcmcqs पर कॉन्टैक्ट करें। और अगर आपको किसी सवाल या जवाब में कोई गलती लगे तो कृपया कमेंट सेक्शन में टाइम स्टैम्प के साथ लिखें। साथ ही कमेंट सेक्शन जरूर चेक करें, हो सकता है वहां पहले से सुधार दिया गया हो। हर हफ्ते हम नए एमसीक्यू लाते हैं, तो चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करना ना भूलें। चलिए शुरू करते हैं।
Which of the following is not advantage of multiprogramming? Increased throughput, shorter response time, decreased operating system overhead, ability to assign priorities to jobs. CPU performance is measured through blank throughput, MHZ, flaps, none of the above. The primary job of the operating system of a computer is to blank command resources, manage resources, provide utilities, Be user-friendly. What command is used to count the total number of lines, words, and characters contained in a file on Linux? Count. Count. WC, count P. System structure of Linux is Microsoft Windows, Unix, Windows Vista, monolithic kernel. Which Windows program do you use to manage folders and files? Accessories, Control Panel, Explorer, Office. Which of the following characters is allowed in a Windows file name or folder? Backslash, asterisk, asterisk, underscore, underscore, question mark. GUI stands for Graphical User Interface, Greater User Interface, Graphical Union Interface, Graphical User Interest. Linux is an open source blank operating system, office tool, programming standard, proprietary operating system. Which translates source code into equivalent machine code? Compiler, antivirus, defender, WinRAR. Which is an operating system for mobile devices based on the Linux kernel in Java? Android, Ubuntu, BOS, MS-DOS. Program to translate assembly language to machine language is known as compiler, interpreter, assembler, none of the above. Multiprocessing means simultaneous processing with two or more processes, simultaneous running of two or more programs, running of two or more processes, none of the above. Software used by the computer hardware to interact with the user is system software, compiler, interpreter, application software. Virus survives by capturing executable programs, interrupts, COM programs, none of the above. Shortcut used to cut a file. Ctrl+X, Ctrl+C, Shift+X, del. Programs designed to perform specific tasks is known as system software, application software, firmware software, beta software. Which of the following translates a program written in high-level language into machine code? Assembler, compiler, converter, translator. Operating system is responsible for management of the processor, management of the input-output, management of the memory, all of the above. The hexadecimal representation of the binary number 110,101,111 given in base 2 is D78, D71, 32F, 1AF. Which of the following belongs to system software? Word processing software, web browser, operating system, spreadsheet software. Which of the following file extensions indicate file created in Paint? BMP, Doc, STK, PPT. The DOS command to retrieve list of a file is dir, md, cd, rd. GIF and JPEG files are examples of Microsoft Word files, images, audio files, video files. How many modes of calculation in a computer calculator? 1, 2, 3, 4. FAT stands for File Allocation Table, Folder Allocation Table, Folder Allocation Transition, File Allocation Transition. What type of software is Linux? Compiler, operating system, utility software, application software. To get help when using MS Office, you would press the F1 key, F2 key, F3 key, F4 key. Blank is a known as high-level language. Windows 7, Linux, Java, Apple. You organize files by storing them in archives, folders, indexes, lists. Types of software includes system software, application software, both A and B, none of these. Operating system is mainly comprised of user programs, system programs, third-party programs. Both A and B. Windows Explorer program are command line interface, graphical user interface, batch interface, device interface. A set of computer instructions designed to solve a specific problem is referred to as hardware, a device, a program, a hardware concept. Compilers and translators are one form of software, ROM, RAM, the hard disk. Who owns the Windows operating system? Intel, IBM, Apple, Microsoft. What cannot be done from Windows Control Panel? Run application, printer configuration, add fonts, install application. Which of the following operating system does not implement multitasking truly? Windows 98, MS-DOS, Windows XP, Windows NT. The most important system software of computer is the microprocessor, operating system, automation software, application software. Access time is equals seek time plus latency time. Seek time, latency time, latency time. Operating system is used in ATM card, smart card, computer system, microwave oven. If you copy and paste a file, the original file is deleted and a new file is created. The original file is removed and a new file is not created. The original file remains unchanged and a new file is not created. The original file remains unchanged and copied. Which is not a valid resolution of a screen? 300*400, 1064*768, 800*600, 1280*1024. The task manager can be activated by the key combination Alt plus Del, Control plus Del, Control plus Alt plus Del, Shift plus Alt plus Del. Utility software is application software, stored only in primary memory. Both application and system software, part of the system software. Software designed for a specific purpose is called as system software, application software, specific software, compiler. What is use of folders in computer? Name your files. Ensure the computer starts properly. Organize the files on a disk. Create a file allocation table. MS-DOS is an operating system basically developed for 8-bit microcomputers, 16-bit microcomputers, 32-bit microcomputers, 64-bit microcomputers. From which side do we delete the word with the delete button? Left, right, center, A and B. Whose product is MS Windows? IBM, Intel, Microsoft, HCL. Do not have picture file extension in the following: .gif, .bit, JPEG, .png. Which symbol is not used in the name of the file? #. A virus can spread to another computer by sharing an infected file with another computer, through touch, pinging other computers from the infected computer, being on the same network as that computer. The list of coded instructions is called computer program, algorithm, flowchart, utility program. Source code is available to view, modify and redistribute in open source, closed source, proprietary, licensed. Software required to run the hardware is known as joystick, task manager, program manager, device driver. Which the following is application software? Compiler, PowerPoint, debugger, operating system. Which of the following is system software? Linux, Word, Excel, Tally. Which of the following if not OS? Android, Mac, Samsung, Linux. Tally is blank, open SW, closed SW, application SW, system SW. Blank consists of set of instruction, software, hardware, program, none of these. OSF stands for OS, Factory, Open System Foundation, Open Software Foundation, none of these. Internet Explorer comes along with Linux, Windows, Mac, Android. Which browser comes with Linux by default? Mozilla Firefox, i.e., Opera, none of these. Boss OS is developed in USA, UK, India, China. Which of the following is not flavor of Linux? Ubuntu, Susan, Red Hat, Fedora. .7-zip is blank. File achiever, web browser, editor, none of above. Select the odd one. Operating system, interpreter, compiler, assembler. What is the full form of GUI? Graphical User Interface. Geographical User of Internet. Giga uses Internet. Graphical Unlimited Interface. Which one of the option is not shown in control panel? Sound, mouse, keyboard, admin account. Which program is used to compress the big file into small file? WinZip, WinSpread, WinStyle, WinMicro. Which of the following is not the operating system? DOS, Linux, Windows, Oracle. How to delete files from the recycle bin without storing in it? Press Delete key. Press Shift plus Delete key. Press Ctrl plus Delete key. Press Alt plus Delete key. Which key is used to close the active window? Ctrl plus F4, Ctrl plus F5, Alt plus F4, Alt plus F7. What is the default file extension of Notepad? .doc, HTML, .txt, .tiff. Which program does not fall into the MS Office package? MS Word, MS Excel, MS Writer, MS Access. The process of changing the software version from old to new is known as store, restore, upgrade, backup. Which option is chosen to rename any file or folder by right-clicking on it? Change, modify, rename, edit. By using which of the below functionality temporary files of the computer can be removed? Disk cleanup, clean disk, disk eraser, disk clear. When creating new folder, what is default name given by the computer? Untitled folder, new folder, blank folder, Win folder. Who is working as link between hardware and software? Program, flowchart, algorithm, operating system. What is operating system? Collection of programs that manages hardware resources. System service provider to the application programs. Link to interface the hardware and application programs. All of the mentioned. Permissions of read-only file in Linux operating system is represented as 777, 111, 666, 444. A file management system can typically access records from only one file at a time, many files at a time, only two files at a time, none of the above. Which of the following file extensions indicate only graphics files? BMP and DOC, JPEG and TXT, TXT and STK, BMP and GIF. The DOS command to retrieve the properties of a file is format, DOSKey, attrib, dir. Which one is the GUI-based operating system? Unix, Linux, DOS, none of these. Which of the following is not Unix-based? Mac OS, Fedora, MS-DOS, Android. Linux is a type of software. System software, operating system, open source software, all of the above. Linux is a compiler, an assembler, an operating system, an editor.
थैंक्स फॉर वॉचिंग। मेहनत करते रहिए और सीखते रहिए। मिलते हैं अगली वीडियो में। तब तक के लिए गुड बाय।